You wish to conquer the chaos within, to emerge unscathed from the battleground of your own psyche? How quaint. The path you seek to tread is littered with the remnants of those who dared to dream, yet faltered at the precipice of their own frailties. You crave mastery over your emotions, to stand as a colossus amidst the tempests of life? Let me be clear, this is no endeavor for the tender-hearted or the feeble-minded. It is a crucible that will test the very fibers of your being, demanding not just intellect but the raw, unyielding courage to stare into the abyss and not blink. This journey, should you dare to accept it, is devoid of comfort. It offers no gentle pat on the back, no soothing words to ease your plight. Here we deal in the currency of harsh truths and relentless self-examination. Your guides? 12 merciless strategies, each a brutal lesson, in harnessing the tempest within. Do you possess the mettle, the sheer audacity to face what lies within and sculpt it into an unbreakable fortress? Or will you crumble, another testament to human fragility, a footnote in the annals of those who almost reach the pinnacle of their potential? Arm yourself with these strategies, not as a scholar amassing knowledge, but as a warrior preparing for the most significant confrontation of your life. Your enemy, the unchecked chaos of your own emotions. Your victory, only achievable through the relentless pursuit of self-mastery, devoid of any crutch or mercy. Make your choice. Will you rise as a master of your inner domain, or will you falter? A cautionary tale whispered in the dark corners where potential goes to die. The battlefield awaits, devoid of mercy, ripe with the promise of glory for the truly brave. What will you be? So, you've steeled yourself against the comfort of ignorance, choosing instead the arduous path of self-conquest. Admirable, or perhaps merely foolish. Our first battlefield lies not in the external world of chaos and noise, but in the silent depths of your own mind. The arena. Perception. You believe you see the world as it is, a passive observer to the unfolding drama of existence. A child's fantasy. The truth, harsh and unyielding, is that you are complicit in your own deception, ensnared by the illusions woven by your unchecked mind. Perception, the lens through which you view the tapestry of life, is your first enemy and your greatest ally. It is the filter that colors every experience, every emotion, every truth. Mismanaged, it is a tyrant that will chain you to the depths of despair and delusion. Mastered, it is the key to unlocking the shackles of your own making. Think you can simply adjust your perspective, like tuning an instrument to a more pleasing pitch? Foolishness. This is the art of war, waged in the silent corridors of your own psyche. It demands not just awareness, but the unrelenting courage to dismantle and rebuild the very framework of your reality. Your task, should you possess the raw fortitude to accept it, is to seize the reins of your perception, to scrutinize with a critic's eye the lies you've nurtured and the truths you've avoided. This is no gentle nudge toward self-improvement, but a brutal, all-consuming inferno that will consume the chaff of illusion, leaving only the unassailable core of reality. Will you emerge from this crucible tempered and transcendent, or will you shrink back into the comforting shadows of delusion? The forge of perception awaits, its fires hungry for the fuel of your erstwhile convictions. Step forward or cower in the darkness of your own making. The choice, as ever, is yours. So you've survived the first foray into the labyrinth of your psyche, barely scathed yet undoubtedly shaken. A glimmer of hope, perhaps, or merely the calm before the true storm. Our next conquest? Action. The crucible where noble intentions are incinerated, revealing the raw ore of true resolve. Action. The proving grounds for every lofty ideal you've dared to entertain. You fancy yourself a doer, a mover of worlds with the sheer force of your will? A delightful fantasy. In the harsh light of reality, action is the anvil upon which your true nature will be hammered and shaped, or shattered and scattered to the winds. Consider this. Every action you take, every decision you make, is a testament to your courage or a monument to your cowardice. There is no middle ground, no safe harbor for the indecisive. The arena of action is merciless, a battleground where hesitation is the harbinger of defeat, and decisiveness, the currency of the gods. You must become an architect of outcomes, a maestro of momentum. This is not the realm of half measures and wishful thinking, but the dominion of those who dare to imprint their will upon the fabric of reality. Every action, a declaration of war against mediocrity; every moment of inaction, a concession to defeat. Dreams of triumph without the toil of battle? Abandon such childish illusions. The path before you is strewn with obstacles, each demanding not just your attention but your total, unwavering commitment to overcome. Here, in the furnace of action, you will be reforged or utterly consumed. Rise then, if you dare. Command your actions with the authority of a tyrant over his domain. Let each step be a declaration of your indomitable will, each hesitation a reflection of the chasms within. Will you be the sculptor of your destiny, or the dust beneath the feet of those who understand the true cost of greatness? The forge of action awaits. Its fires a beacon for the brave, or a pyre for the unworthy. Step into the light, or languish in the shadow of what could have been. The choice, as ever, teeters on the edge of your resolve. What will it be? You've navigated the treacherous waters of perception. You've dared to dance in the flames of action. And yet, here you stand, on the precipice of the next ordeal, blissfully unaware of the abyss that yawns beneath. The third trial? The art of will, the very essence of your capacity to endure, to persist, to mold the unforgiving reality to your indomitable spirit. The will, oh how grandly we esteem it, enshrining it in tales of heroism and valor. Yet, in the stark light of day, your will crumbles at the merest whisper of adversity, a pathetic testament to the fragility of your resolve. True will is not the fanfare of momentary courage, but the silent, relentless march through the shadows of despair, unyielded, unbroken. You believe yourself capable of withstanding the tempest? Foolish posturing. The will I speak of is forged in the crucible of relentless adversity, tempered by the cold embrace of failure. It is the quiet resolve that fuels the phoenix's rise from the ashes of defeat, the unspoken vow that echoes in the chambers of a heart that refuses to know surrender. This is the arena where giants fall and legends are born, where the very fabric of your being will be tested against the inexorable force of reality. Here, in the merciless embrace of will, you will confront the specter of your own demise, only to transcend it through sheer obstinate defiance. The task before you is Herculean, a Sisyphean ordeal that will break you or remake you in the image of those rare few who can truly claim mastery over their fate. Will you rise to this challenge with the tenacity of the damned, or will you falter, a mere footnote in the annals of those who might have been? Embrace the will as your sword and shield, as the very essence of your quest for mastery over the chaos within and without. Here, in the silent resolve to persevere, lies your salvation or your doom. Choose wisely, for the path is unforgiving, and only the truly audacious will claim victory over the insurmountable. So you've clawed your way through the initial trials, a feat you wear like a badge of honor. But don't delude yourself. You're barely scratching the surface of what it means to truly master oneself. The next trial? It's about time. Yes, time. That most relentless and unforgiving adversary you pretend to understand, yet it eludes your grasp like sand slipping through your fingers. You think you've mastered the art of living because you've managed to survive your petty daily trials. Child's play. True mastery over time demands a reckoning with the very essence of your fleeting existence. It's about seizing the moment with a ferocity that leaves no room for regret, for hesitation, for the pathetic what-ifs that populate the graveyard of your unspent potential. Look around you. Time devours all, indifferent to your aspirations, your suffering, your desperate clings to what you believe matters. And you? You're no exception. Every second you waste in indecision, in fear, in idle distraction, is a theft against your very essence, a betrayal of the greatness you claim to seek. This fourth trial is a crucible unlike any you've faced. It's not just about doing, it's about becoming the person who can stand amidst the tempest of time and declare, I am the master of my fate. Do you have the courage to stare into the abyss of your wasted hours and emerge with a resolve forged in the unforgiving flames of urgency? Your task, should you dare to accept it, is to wrest control from the jaws of time, to transform every moment into a testament of your indomitable will. This is no mere management of hours. It's a fundamental reorientation of your very being towards the relentless pursuit of purpose, of legacy, of a life worthy of the dwindling sands in your hourglass. Will you rise to meet the inexorable march of time with defiance, with action, with unyielding purpose? Or will you crumble, another forgotten relic in time's endless march towards oblivion? The arena is set, the clock ticks on. Your move. You've wrestled with the specter of time, a commendable feat, yet here you stand, panting on the brink of complacency. Fool's gold in your grasp, you believe you've conquered the unconquerable, but the arena you've entered now is one of reflection, a mirror that reflects not your visage but the abyss of your soul. Reflection, you say? A pause for the weary? No, it's the battleground where heroes are unmade, where the veneer of self-assuredness is peeled back to reveal the raw, quivering flesh of doubt and fear. You thought you knew yourself? A laughable notion. You've merely danced on the surface of your own depths. This trial demands you to plunge into the icy waters of your own psyche, to confront the monsters lurking in the deep. It's not about navel-gazing or the self-indulgent drivel of the untested. It's a merciless inquiry into the essence of your being. Who are you, when stripped of the illusions, the masks, the comforting lies? Do you possess the iron will to shatter the mirror of self-deception, to gaze into the fragments and reconstruct a self not of glass, but of steel? Reflection, in this arena, is an act of war against the very foundations of your identity. It's a declaration that you will no longer be a prisoner to the shadows within your task, should you possess the spine to undertake it, is to dissect your victories and your failures with the cold precision of a surgeon. To ask, why? With the tenacity of the damned, refusing the seductive balm of easy answers. This is the crucible in which your true self will be forged or found wanting. Will you emerge from the chasm of reflection as a master of your own soul, or will you flee from the horrors of self-revelation, a shadow among shadows? The mirror awaits, its surface an unflinching judge. Dare to look or cower in ignorance. The choice is yours, and yours alone. So you've dared to gaze into the mirror, to confront the specters lurking within. A feat of courage, or perhaps mere folly. But do not mistake this momentary bravery for victory. The battlefield now shifts to adaptation, the relentless forge where the metal of your resilience is truly tested. Adaptation, the chameleon's cloak that many don, yet few truly master. You pride yourself on your flexibility, your ability to weather the storm, yet, at the first gust of wind, you falter, a reed broken by the tempest. True adaptation is not merely survival. It is evolution in the face of annihilation, the audacity to thrive where others perish. In this arena, the world will not bend to your whims. It demands that you contort, twist, and rebirth yourself from the ashes of your former limitations. It's a dance on the razor's edge, where a misstep is not failure, but obliteration. Do you possess the sheer will to become what the moment demands, or will you wither, a testament to the fragility of your conviction? This trial is merciless, a gauntlet through which only the most malleable yet unbreakable will pass. It demands not just the acknowledgement of change, but the embracing of it, the willingness to be forged anew in the crucible of necessity. Are you ready to shed your skin, to emerge not just altered, but transcendent? Your task, should you dare to embrace it, is to confront the tempest with eyes wide open, to adapt not by mere chance but through the fierce imposition of will upon the chaos that surrounds you. This is the domain of warriors, of sages, of those who shape the world not merely through action, but through the relentless pursuit of metamorphosis. Will you rise, a phoenix from the flames of your own dismantling, or will you fade, a relic of a world that no longer exists? Adaptation is the crucible, and you, its raw material. Forge yourself into a weapon against fate, or dissolve into the mists of obscurity. The choice, as ever, is stark, unforgiving, and irrevocably yours. Oh, you've navigated the treacherous waters of adaptation, bending without breaking, a commendable feat. Yet do not let pride cloud your vision, for now, you stand at the threshold of an even greater challenge: purpose. The very essence of your existence, the beacon that guides you through the darkest nights. Or is it merely a flicker, a dim light easily snuffed out by the winds of adversity? Many wander aimlessly, believing themselves to be free, when in reality, they are shackled by their own indecision, their lack of purpose. You, however, claim to be different. But dare I ask, is your purpose truly your own, or is it a shadow of someone else's expectations, a mere echo of society's demands? Purpose is not a gift bestowed upon you. It is a fortress to be built brick by brick with the sweat of your brow and the blood of your heart. It demands sacrifice, the courage to stand alone against the tide, to carve your path where none exists. Is your purpose strong enough to withstand the siege, or will it crumble at the first sign of conflict? This trial, the trial of purpose, is where true warriors are forged. It's not merely about finding a reason to wake each morning. It's about igniting a fire that burns so fiercely within you that no storm, no darkness can extinguish it. Do you possess such a fire, or is your purpose as fleeting as the morning dew? Your task, should you choose to accept it, is to delve into the abyss, to confront the void and emerge not just with answers but with conviction, to forge a purpose so indomitable that it becomes your shield, your sword, and your guiding star. This is the essence of mastery, the bedrock upon which all else stands. Will you rise to the occasion carving out a purpose that resonates with the very core of your being, or will you falter, lost in the maze of existence without a beacon to guide you? The choice is stark, the path unforgiving, but the rewards are the stuff of legends. Choose wisely, for this is the trial that defines not just who you are, but who you will become. Impressive, you've clung to the notion of purpose like a raft in the open sea. Yet even the strongest swimmers drown when the waves turn merciless. The next crucible? Discipline. Not the hollow routine of the untested, but the ironclad resolve that forges empires from the ashes of complacency. Discipline, the silent guardian of ambition, the unseen architect of greatness. It's easy to bask in the glow of inspiration, to ride the highs of fleeting motivation. But when darkness falls, when those whispers of doubt slither in, will your discipline stand firm, or will it crumble like sandcastles before the tide? You boast of your resilience, your adaptability, but without discipline, they are but wisps of smoke, dissipated by the slightest breeze. Discipline is the bedrock upon which your purpose must be built, the unyielding structure that sustains your quest through storm and drought alike. This trial, the trial of discipline, demands more than mere adherence to routine. It demands the sacrifice of the immediate for the promise of the eternal. It's the choice to forge ahead when every fiber of your being screams for respite. Do you possess the fortitude to make that choice? To embrace the austerity of discipline as your creed? Your task, should you dare to rise to it, is to cultivate a discipline so profound, so unwavering, that it becomes your very nature, to transform your daily toil into the anvil upon which your will is tempered, shaping the raw ore of your potential into the steel of accomplishment. Will you ascend to the ranks of those few whose discipline is their fortress, impenetrable and resolute? Or will you falter, revealing a foundation of sand, eroded by the merest hint of adversity? The gauntlet is thrown, the arena set. Discipline is the gatekeeper to greatness. Pass through or perish at its threshold. You've draped yourself in the mantle of discipline, a commendable feat. Yet, in the grand tapestry of mastery, discipline alone is but a single thread. The next weave? Courage. Not the foolhardy rush of the unthinking, but the measured, burning resolve that drives one to stand firm where others flee. Courage, the rarest of commodities in this age of shadows and echoes. It demands not just the willingness to act, but the strength to face the darkest corners of your soul and the world beyond. You claim to seek greatness, but does the specter of fear not claw at the edges of your resolve, whispering sweet nothings of safety and surrender? This trial, the trial of courage, is the crucible in which the pretenders are burnt away, leaving only the purest essence of will and determination. It's easy to be brave when the sun shines bright, but can you hold the line in the dead of night, when all you have is the flicker of your purpose and the cold steel of your discipline? Your task, should you possess the audacity to accept it, is to forge your courage in the furnace of fear, to stare into the abyss and see not the reflection of your dread, but the beacon of your indomitable will. It's the courage to continue when the path vanishes, when the storm rages, and all seems lost. Will you rise, a beacon of courage in a world paralyzed by fear, or will you shrink back, a shadow among shadows forgotten by time and tale? The arena of courage is unforgiving, a realm where only the truly brave dare to tread. Step forward or cower in the safety of oblivion. The choice, as always, is yours. The gauntlet of courage is before you, a path fraught with peril, but alight with the promise of glory. Face it with the ferocity of your convictions, or turn away and be forever haunted by the specter of what might have been. The forge awaits, and with it your destiny. Bravo! You've danced with courage, flirted with its flames, and perhaps even been singed by its ferocity. Yet the journey mocks those who rest on laurels unearned. The 10th trial? Self-awareness. Not the shallow nod to introspection peddled by sages and charlatans alike, but the deep, unflinching gaze into the abyss of one's soul. Self-awareness, the mirror that reflects not what you wish to see, but what truly is. It demands the courage to confront not just the world, but yourself, to strip away the veils of illusion, the comforting lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we stand for, and what we fear. This trial, the trial of self-awareness, is the crucible in which the very essence of your being is refined, where the dross of self-deception is burned away, leaving only the pure gold of unvarnished truth. Do you possess the mettle to endure this trial, to look into the mirror and accept what gazes back without flinching? Your task, should you dare to embrace it, is to embark on the most perilous journey of all, the journey within. To navigate the labyrinth of your psyche, confronting the minotaurs of doubt, fear, and vanity that lurk in its depths. It is a journey of discovery, of revelation, of transformation. Will you rise to the challenge of self-awareness, wielding the torch of truth to illuminate the darkness within, or will you cower, afraid of what you might discover, what you might have to confront? This arena is merciless, a place where only the bravest dare to tread, for it demands not just the confrontation of the world, but of oneself. The path of self-awareness lies before you, fraught with peril but ripe with the promise of enlightenment. Face it with the armor of your convictions, or turn away and live forever in the shadow of the unknown. The choice is stark, the stakes higher than ever. What will you choose? You've dared to peer into the depths of your soul, a feat many claim to desire, but few truly seek. Yet the ascent does not end here. The 11th trial? Integrity. Not the superficial adherence to the morals of the day, but the unbreakable alignment of word and deed, the living testament of your unyielding commitment to your core principles. Integrity, the silent sentinel that watches over the chaos of existence. It demands not just honesty in the face of convenience, but the courage to stand alone, a beacon in the darkness, when all others have succumbed to compromise. You claim to be driven by purpose, guided by courage, but is the fabric of your being woven with the unyielding threads of integrity? This trial, the trial of integrity, is the forge in which true character is tempered, where the allure of the easy path is rejected for the steep, thorny ascent of honor. It's easy to proclaim values, to wear them like badges on your chest. But when the tempest rages, will you stand firm, or will you bend like a reed in the wind? Your task, should you possess the fortitude to undertake it, is to embody integrity in every breath, every action, every decision. to make your life a mirror of your deepest values, unmarred by the stains of duplicity or cowardice. It is a path few dare to walk, for it demands not just the proclamation of virtue, but its uncompromising execution. Will you rise to the call of integrity, becoming the embodiment of the principles you espouse, or will you falter, your legacy tarnished by the rust of compromise and convenience? This arena is unforgiving, a testament to the purity of your commitment to not just what is easy, but what is right. The path of integrity stretches before you, fraught with trials but radiant with the promise of true greatness. Face it with the unwavering resolve of a warrior, or turn away and live forever in the shadow of what could have been. The choice, as always, is stark and demanding. Will you walk the path of the true master? You have traversed the arduous landscape of the soul, conquering trials that have laid waste to lesser wills. Yet, before the mantle of mastery can be claimed, one last trial demands your reckoning: resilience. Not the mere capacity to endure, but the profound ability to rise time and again from the ashes of despair and defeat, reborn and unyielded. Resilience, the phoenix's cry in the face of the inevitable dusk, the unwavering declaration of defiance against the dying of the light. It is the essence of all you have faced, the summation of your journey from the fledgling seeker to the embodiment of Stoic resolve. You have been tempered in the fires of trial, but will this tempering hold when all seems lost? This trial, the trial of resilience, is the crucible in which the true masters are forged. It demands not just the strength to withstand the storms, but the audacity to smile into the gale, to see in every setback not the specter of failure, but the opportunity for growth, for rebirth, for the relentless pursuit of excellence. Your task, should you have the courage to accept it, is to embody resilience as the core of your being, to make of your life a testament to the unbreakable spirit of human endeavor, to become not just a survivor of trials, but a conqueror of your own limitations. It is a path of relentless challenge, but also of unparalleled reward. Will you rise to the call of resilience to etch your name among the stars as a beacon of unyielding strength and indefatigable spirit? Or will you succumb, a footnote in the annals of those who reached for greatness but fell short? The arena of resilience is unforgiving, a testament to the indomitable will of those who dare to rise, time and again, in the face of adversity. The path of resilience lies open before you, fraught with the promise of triumph and the peril of defeat. Face it with the full might of your spirit, or turn away, and let the dream of mastery fade into the twilight. The choice, as ever, is yours alone. Will you walk the path of the true master?